What is up YouTube? Daniel here for another video. I am basically finishing up my walk. Decided to take a little break, sit down, give you guys a bit of wisdom, a bit of something I've been seeing in my own life that has helped like crazy, and I want to share with you guys. It's a very foggy day right now. It's about like 6 a.m. So hit my morning vest. That's helped a lot. Add a little bit more suffering to the morning walks. Suffering is basically the key to connecting. It's removing the comfort every day that the devil tries to give you, because the devil is everywhere. It's in the food you eat, it's in the programs you watch, the music you listen to, the people you speak with. It's everywhere trying to deter you away from peace and connecting with God and gratitude. Essentially, gratitude is the highest frequency because you're not thinking, you're basically in the moment, you don't need anything else. And when you're in that state, it's crazy what comes to you and the things you can do. But I want to talk quickly about something that I posted on my Instagram story. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you guys can go to the link in the video in the bio. But speaking of this with my coach, and he helped me to see the power of it. But it's essentially praying out loud but also speaking out loud. And it's you usually see that from people that are crazy, homeless people, maybe people on drugs, on the street. But in this way, it's something that, especially if you're not sharing online, which I recommend doing, it's the only way to get out of your head and be on this journey of connecting, to yourself, your true self, living through spirit and not living in fear. And what I do essentially is, so in the morning praying, I used to just pray in my head, but I was just basically praying with the devil, because the devil lives in your head, in your mind. So praying out loud, thanking God for the day, thanking God for whatever you want to speak with him for that day, and just basically saying everything out loud, not at a high pitch, but just where you can hear yourself. And then as well, after my morning walk, after this, I'm gonna go read and then reflect. And then my reflections, I say it out loud as well. So things about myself, things that connect me with God, things that allow me to surrender more with him. So, in terms of, I realize it's people that have ego can't surrender to faith because it's fear. Ego is fear, because he needs to control. And I was in that place for a long time, and I disregarded everything spiritual because I thought I had complete control of my life, which is all a facade. It's all an illusion. And I never really gave control to anything. I was always in my head, always trying to think about something or creating stories. The biggest thing with my ego, of what people were thinking about me, what life was going to be like, what I can make life into, like everything, just trying to control and just make illusions, and also chasing feelings with that. So maybe vengeful thoughts, maybe like I break up with somebody and I'm going to show this person, like it's all ego. It's crazy. But I used to do this all the time, and I never did it out loud, but it was always in my head. And then as of recently, I've realized the power of speaking, because when you're in your head, it's basically like a web that you create, like a spider. You can say like a spider in your head, like the devil, and he creates webs with the thinking. So thinking and thoughts are different. You can obviously have thoughts, everyone has thoughts, but thinking is when you entertain it. So it's like a spider making a web and then attaching something to it, and having you make a story about it, and you start to make this web that just ties you into your head basically. And what you're doing, the devil's trying to do, is make you have an illusion of control, so you get a feeling about that and chase that feeling. So these are things like goals and stuff like that, but even just stories you tell yourself of maybe a situation that's happening. It could be literally anything, but you can have a thought about it. Like I said, it just kind of comes and goes. But thinking is it comes in your head, then you start to try to understand it, control, and you try to understand it more. It just it kind of just webs out, and then from there before you know it, you have created, the devil's created a feeling in your head that you try and chase now by understanding something more, or trying to acquire something now of just a simple thought that happened in your head, which turned into thinking. And then overthinking is people just constantly in their head, everything happens and they're just trying to process it like a computer, which you're not meant to do. You're not a computer, you're spirit. We are spiritual beings experiencing a physical experience, not physical beings experiencing a spiritual experience. That's the best way I can say it. So you guys understand is we're spiritual beings that are, in this world experiencing something physical, with things around us, stuff like that. But once you understand that, it becomes much easier to get out of your head. But where I want to go with this is, if you right now are in a place where you're overthinking, you don't share, you don't speak with people, you try to basically kill your thoughts yourself, or try to basically resolve things in your own mind, that's not something that's going to work. I had a conversation with somebody at one of my co-workers yesterday, and this happens mostly with women. They don't like to share what they're going through and stuff like that. But I told her, I'm like, there's something you have to do, because like I said, it's your mind is not meant to handle all this pressure you put on yourself by not sharing or trying to keep things in your head, and overthinking that just creates so many different things that, like I said, the devil is using, like anxiety, depression, fear, all these mental things, because like I said, you're not meant to be thinking all the time, be in your head. And what this allows you to do is, when you speak, it's your true self coming out. It's not, you're no longer in this web of your thinking and something that's false, and the devil has you, it's like an activity you're doing. When you speak, it's not usually ever what you're thinking, and that's your spirit coming out and speaking into the world. And this is why you see the biggest people in the world, most successful, always speaking things into existence. Biggest example I gave you is Conor McGregor. Years ago, he was top of the fighting game. He would basically have prophecies, prophecies of saying, oh, I'm gonna beat this guy this way and this and that. And that's all spirit. That's not fear. That's not, that's faith, you could say as well. But there's no fear in saying, oh, I'm gonna beat this. Where's fear in that? Hey, I'm gonna beat this guy here and here and here, or I'm the best, I'm the best that's ever done it. This is all faith, you know what I mean? So there's no fear when you speak out loud. There's actually only fear when you don't speak out loud, because you're oh, if I say something, I get judged, or I'm not saying you have to go in public and start speaking. I'm just saying when you're by yourself, have some time by yourself, especially in the morning, speak, your prayer. If you're having maybe a rough day in your head, speak and say, thank you, God, for this. Even though, you want to control it and not think, just thank God for the day. Thank him for that moment. And it's about letting go and accepting. It's not about trying to remove, it's about removing, but it's not about trying to control it so you can't think your way out of it. So it's about accepting it and releasing it in love. And you'd be surprised how much that works. But like I said, something that I'm practicing more and more every day. I may even start to do reflections in the morning as well, just to wake up and do that. So you reflect on the morning, you're having thank you, God, or having your prayer, but reflecting about yourself as well. Saying things like, I love myself, I respect myself. As long as you have the right habits, this will become easier and easier. And you start to program this into your mind, as opposed to thinking about it. Obviously I write about it as well, but speaking and writing have crazy influence. And this is for those that are on that path, that they know something's wrong because they're feeling heavy and they don't know how to get out. It's this way. It's sharing or speaking. I recommend sharing because it goes into the world and it has crazy power. But speaking as well has a lot of power as well. And it's more for yourself, and you can get out of your head that way. And like I said, the next level will be sharing. So you have social media, you're watching this, you have social media access, you have internet, and people just use it to share their highlights, or trips they're on, or food they're eating. But you can do it to document your life, to show people what path you're on, as long as you're growing and have the right habits. Waking up at 4 or 5, training every day, tracking your macros, no vices, reading and reflecting every day, stuff like that. That compounds like crazy. And most people, if you think about it, don't have a consistent habit of doing every day. It's always they do something for a bit, then stop. Everyone just has habits for money, I've realized, especially in the West. If you show somebody, if somebody online tells them their habit, but they attach it to a car they can get, everyone starts doing it. But when you tell someone, I'm feeling better by doing this, everyone has to see to believe. And that is where everyone falls, because the true people that change things believe to see, and that is the path you should try to aim for. And that is the true way of living, because everything is spiritual, and everything that is real we don't see. So I wanted to throw it out quickly. I'm gonna go reflect now, start my day. Gym after this, doing legs today, and right now I'm trying to bulk up. So my legs have always, I think genetically legs have always been for anybody, but for me it's something that, 'cause I'm a bit taller as well, so I want to build that up. But anyways, thought I'd just share that. It's gonna help like crazy if you apply it. I'm gonna be applying it. You can see my growth like crazy, but yeah, these days have been is insane. Just how much you can grow internally. Like it just feels like you're advancing years and years, as opposed to things that I thought had to be done physically first, you know, external to internal. It's all internal to external. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, if you guys stayed till the end of the video, much love. Appreciate you guys. You can comment below what you guys are going to apply from the video. It's all about applying. It's not about getting more or acquiring more knowledge. It's about applying what you already know. Everything's ready within you. You can follow me on Instagram as well. I'm posting my habits, my life, everything there. We can connect there as well. And other than that, wish you guys all the best. And until next time, as always, keep killing it.